Good morning, everyone. This is Erica Kareem, and this morning we're going to be talking about has your toxic relationships with your parents caused you toxic relationships around, right? That could be toxic relationships with your children. That could be toxic relationships where you can't keep a man, or you're a man and you can't keep a woman, or it could be toxic relationship with yourself. How about that? And so a lot of times people don't really understand those toxic behaviors, right? Toxic behaviors are things that are normal to some people, right? And even though that they're normal to some people, they when you interact with others, you can hurt others, right? And so toxic behaviors are, it could be like manipulation, it could be lying on people. I know everybody have been lied on, and it's like, are you serious? So anyway, it's like it, you could be being overly criticized or self-centered, wanting all the attention, or everything is about me, 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 me. Another toxic behavior is difficulty handling your anger. Difficulty handling your anger. If I didn't say this, it's blaming other people. So in some cases, I'm thinking everybody have done one, right? You blame somebody for something that a lot of times is a cause and effect reaction, right? So because you did this, I in turn did that. And so a lot of times we don't look at the portion that we did, right? We only look at the reaction of the other person. So you can put out some crazy behaviors and people can ignore you for a while. But then when they react, the other person is the one that have the problem, right? And so a lot of times we have to look at what we do first, or how about what we don't do first. Because even if you say, even if somebody um, lie on, even if you tell half a lie, the lie to benefit you, you still did something wrong because you didn't tell the whole truth. And I always say, grown folks tell the truth, right? Grown folks tell the truth, regardless of the consequences. Just tell the dang on truth. But anyway, a lot of times people don't know even the what the word toxic even mean. And I believe that it would mean something where to the effect where you're doing stuff and it can be negative to other people. You can really do something to harm somebody emotionally, right? Mentally. Like you are doing stuff and you are mentally hurting other people. And a lot of times we go around and we say, well, I didn't mean to hurt her, and you have this cocky attitude where some people is like, I don't care if I hurt her or not. I said what I said. I kept it real. I did this, I wasn't, so people really don't care if they hurt other people or not. And it's just not okay because a lot of times our tongues can be so lethal, right? Our tongues can be so damaging. Our tongues can be so, so harmful if you don't understand the power it has behind it. And then on the other hand, our tongue can be so encouraging. It can be so balanced where you can really, really help uplift other people, right? It can be so nurturing. So you have to choose which person that you want to be, right? That is something that you have to declare and decree with yourself, and declare and decree with your higher power. Because we all know that our higher power don't walk around slandering people, lying on people, just doing stuff to get what they want, right? Or not caring about other people's feelings, and in some point in our lives, we want to be able to listen to and be in alignment with our higher power, right? I call him God. Some people call him universe or the most high, or I call him Allah. Some people call him, just whatever, Jesus, whatever you call your higher power. Either way it go, which is for another video. I think that most all of us is just trying to get to the same place, right? We just call them different things, different names. But at the most part, we're all trying to get to paradise. We're all trying to get to heaven. We're all trying to get to that final destination, right? Of of good versus evil. But my point is that when you are a toxic person, you have to realize, you have to have some type of understanding that you are pouring shit onto people, right? You're pouring your baggage onto people from your upbringing. You're pouring your dysfunctions onto people, which could be causing them grief, which could be causing them heartache. And then you think you're right, but you're not. You're absolutely not right. Not right in some of these cases. So you have to figure out what you're doing, right? What you're doing. And if you are carrying your childhood behaviors, or childhood, your effects of your childhood into your relationships. And if you are, you need help. You absolutely need help so that you can create an environment around you that is wholesome, that is peaceful, right? That is manageable. And you want to be able to walk away and say, I raised children that don't need much therapy, right? Because I did the therapy on myself, and I tried my best to instill in my children the best that I could, right? Or I tried to instill in my children what I learned so that they don't have to see a therapist so much. Now, let me share something with you. I'm not ever going to tell you that you're not going to raise children that's never, ever, ever going to be able to or need to see a therapist, right? Because what I know is that no matter how good you are, no matter how being the best that you can be as a parent, kids are always going to blame you for something, right? It's always something that you didn't do right for them. It's always something, another way they feel that you could have went about certain things until they have their own children. And then when they have their own children, in most cases, not all cases, not if you was hella toxic, that ain't gonna work. But if you really, really poured into them and you tried to be the best parent that you could be, and that you did your best, and they see, oh, mama or daddy made these decisions based off of love, right? They based it off of my best interest. And I didn't see it, I didn't know it until I had my own children. That's a different story. But if you are, as a parent, you abandoned your kids, you did drugs for 30 years or 20 years, you put your children off on other people. I mean, the stuff like that happens. And you was, in my opinion, and I might get a lot of backlash for this, but a lot of times people do it because of their hurts and pains, right? And you needed to heal your wounds. And in order you go into a therapist, you went to drugs and alcohol because you had your own shit that you was dealing with. And you chose to do it your way, which could have been the fun way, or it could have been the way to, um let me see how I want to say it. Oh my god, it's at the tip of my tongue. Anyway, it's a way to numb. That's what I meant. Numb your pain. And some people numb their pain for 20 and 30 years until they just like, you know what, I am tired. Enough is enough. My kids are grown now, and it's just time for me to get my shit together. And by this time, your children and had children, your children is mad as hell. And we just have to, as parents, be mindful of what we do and how we do it. Because again, when you have those toxic behaviors, we're affecting other people so negatively. And the first thing to do is get your shit together. And this is not for just a person that's on drugs or alcohol, but this is for a person that is also toxic. Get your shit together. Understand that your behaviors is toxic, that you are causing negativity to almost everyone around you, if not everyone. And see how miserable people are when they come in contact with you, the things that you say to them. And your thing is, I'm only keeping it real. I don't care how they feel. You know, at some point we have to care about the ones that we love. We have to care about the impact that we are, creating for them. It could be a negative impact or it could be a positive impact. But regardless, we need to make sure that we are pouring into ourselves so that we can become joyful, so that we can become happy, so that we can become the best that we can be. Um, and also pouring into our babies. I don't care if your baby is 25 years old, 35 years old. Get yourself together and then go back and pour into your grown baby, yeah, your grown child, um, so that they can help heal and repair as well. But our children model us, they mimic us. So basically, if you go get your healing, they will get their healing eventually. Not when you say, but when it's time for them. Everybody gets tired of being sick and tired of something, right? So anyway, you can go to blackonlinetherapy.com, and you can make a appointment with one of our relationship and life coaches. And we will get you started in the process of your healing. It's so very important. It's so very important because at the end of the day, you want to be healed and wholesome as much as you can. You want to say that you went through the process. You want to say that you're going through the process because, again, nobody is perfect. And if you've done a lot of damage to others and you've done a lot of damage to yourself, you should go to blackonlinetherapy.com, blackonlinetherapy.com, and get you, to begin the process of your healing. Enough time has passed, And if you was going to do it, you would have done it by now. If you was going to be able to do it by yourself. A lot of times you say, I can do it, I got this. You don't got this. Because if you got it, you would have done it by now. So I just want to hear alarm going off. But that's because I have another meeting to go into. And so thank you so much for listening. Share the broadcast, and I'll talk to you soon. BlackOnlineTherapy.com. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.